This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is investigating a fatal crash in Corinth.
It happened on the Hudson Road just before 7:30 Sunday night. Authorities say a pickup truck traveling west left the road and flipped over before coming to rest in the woods. When first responders arrived, they found 31-year-old Cody Crooker of Corinth dead at the scene. Authorities say he was the only person inside the vehicle. Investigators are still trying to figure out what led to that crash.
A Maine man convicted of killing a 12-year-old girl more than 3 decades ago will seek a new trial based on new DNA test results. However, Attorney General Aaron Frey said Monday that the new evidence hasn't shaken his confidence in Dennis DeShane's conviction in the 1988 killing of Sarah Cherry. The tests exclude DeShane's DNA from several pieces of evidence found at the crime scene, but were inconclusive on others. The Maine Supreme Judicial Court denied DeShane's 3 previous requests for a new trial. In the latest, the court concluded that new DNA evidence wouldn't have changed the outcome of the original trial. Prosecutors contend there is plenty of other evidence that points to DeShane's guilt.
The search for a wanted subject yielded 3 arrests in Greenbush. On Friday, deputies from the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office attempted to locate the wanted suspect at a Greenbush residence. When they arrived, they found David Patterson and Latasha Schaefer, who both had warrants. They also found Nicholas Patterson, who had bail conditions. All were placed under arrest. During their investigation, deputies located 86 grams of suspected fentanyl, nearly 24 grams of suspected methamphetamine, and 12 prescription pills. David Patterson was initially charged with aggravated trafficking of scheduled drugs and violation of conditions of release. Schaefer was initially charged with aggravated trafficking of scheduled drugs and also violation of conditions of release. And Nicholas Patterson was charged with violating conditions of release.
Well, the process of tabulating ranked choice voting totals for the Jared Golden-Bruce Poliquin District 2 congressional race has begun in Augusta. Maine Secretary of State Shenna Bellows says that process started with vote verification. That process includes opening the sealed boxes retrieved from District 2 municipalities by Maine State Police, which contain the ballots and memory devices from the high-speed voting tabulators to make sure the totals match what municipalities reported. Then the votes which showed independent Tiffany Bond as the first choice will be examined and reassigned based on who the voter's second choice was, Golden or Poliquin. Bellows stressed that the entire ranked choice voting process is open, transparent, and secure.
Representatives from the campaigns are here and present. Everything we're doing is in full public view. The ballots themselves, since their arrival by law enforcement here to Augusta, have been under 24-hour surveillance by camera. We think that level of public transparency is important for voter confidence. We are confident in the process. We want voters to share that confidence.
Well, Bellows expects the process to be completed by the end of the day tomorrow, if not sooner, barring any unforeseen complications. Jared Golden, meanwhile, has already declared victory in that race. He is currently ahead of Poliquin by more than 10,000 votes.
Acadia National Park is getting an upgrade, but with the new work comes a closure. The Summit Road for Cadillac Mountain sees thousands of cars and pedestrians every year. Today they closed the 3.5-mile Summit Road to make repairs and replace culverts. The closure will allow for workers in oversized vehicles to access the historic road without endangering staff and visitors. The plan is to reopen the road to pedestrian use after crews have demobilized for the winter.
Well, the Maine Department of Public Safety is reminding drivers to slow down and move over for first responders. The reminder coincides with Crash Responder Safety Week. State Police Lieutenant Colonel Brian Scott says it's an opportunity to raise awareness around what to do when you see police cruisers or other first responders on the side of the road.
If they see a parked or stationary emergency vehicle on the side of the road with its lights on, to slow down, change lanes to a non-adjacent lane if it's possible. If not, pass with due regard. So slow down and pass safely. Through those work zones, we're just trying to keep all of our first responders safe.
Scott also reminds drivers to always wear their seatbelt and avoid using phones or other distractions while behind the wheel.
Some great reminders there. And staying with the topic of being on the road, gas prices in Maine rose a little more than 2 cents a gallon in the past week. According to Gas Buddy's weekly survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state, the average price per gallon is now $3.95. That's 31 cents a gallon higher than a month ago and 52 cents a gallon higher than a year ago. The national average price of diesel is $5.34 a gallon. Patrick DeHaan, who's head of petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy, said, quote, "With oil prices remaining volatile, the outlook is murky, but I'm hopeful in the lead up to Thanksgiving, we'll see prices declining in more states," end quote.
Well, with all the warm weather lately, did you wonder if winter was ever going to get here? Well, this picture comes to us from the Maine Department of Transportation that proves that at least in some areas, winter's already here. They say this was their first plowable snow of the season, Route 1 southbound heading away from Van Buren. Now, regardless of whether you welcome the idea of snow coming or not, you have to admit it's a pretty picture.
I always love that first snow of the year.
Yeah, it's great. It's magical.
It really is.
Magical.
Everything is just painted white.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. And, you know, I think that maybe we take it for granted after that a little bit.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to our first coating here.
I always love the first snow because my dogs are so excited. They get outside and they realize, oh, it's this stuff. And then they just go bananas all over the property. And it's so much fun to see. They're so joyful and happy.
Yeah, it's so
you know,
sweet.
As my husband and I clear the driveway.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Just like kids.
A little less joyful, maybe, but still fun. All righty, well, let's get a first check of our forecast and see what's coming our way.
All right, thank you. Happy Monday. Your first weather is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC, and we have quite the weather system coming our way. Not for tomorrow, we're dry tomorrow, but a wintry mix gets in here Wednesday into Thursday with a combination of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Already, winter storm watches are posted north and west of the area. These could be expanded, though, tomorrow, so overall, get ready. If you have travel plans Wednesday and Thursday, it's going to get a little messy around here. Okay, lots of clouds out there now and a few flurries across the area, but the bigger event, though, is still off to the west of us. That gets in here on Wednesday, and that could easily bring us some heavy rain and or some locally heavy snow. Our forecast, though, going forward, though, today, temperatures in the 30s. Tomorrow, same story, followed by a cool down later this week. Our forecast night, though, lots of clear skies out there with low temperatures hanging out in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up.
Well, it's been rainy lately, so chances are at a minimum you already have your bean boots out or something similar. So now you'll just be putting them on to maybe shovel a little of the white stuff.
Exactly. I think by this point, people were already maybe mentally prepared for that snow. So it's coming.
Yeah, it is indeed. All righty.
Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, how a nonprofit in Freedom dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating injured birds is now expanding.
And the town of Bucksport is officially kicking off its Monday bus service. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Hi, my name is Tony Ruda, founder of the Senior Planning Center. There isn't a week that goes by that we don't help some Medicare recipient in their Medicare programs and save them money. The Senior Planning Center has locations and agents throughout the state of Maine. So why would you want to call an 800 number out of state when the help is right here at home? Give us a call so we can help you save money and make your Medicare decisions.
We have a lot to be thankful for and a lot to celebrate. This holiday season, let's do more than see the people we love. Let's be with the people we love and make the holiday memories that we will cherish for a lifetime. Let's begin at Bangor International Airport, the official airport of making tomorrow's holiday memories today. FlyBangor.com.
The Furniture Gallery's pre-Black Friday deals are here. We're fully stocked just in time for holiday get-togethers. We've got your choice of 5-piece dining sets starting at $449. Need extra living room seating? Sectional starting at $699 and recliner starting at $299. Long-distance guests staying over? Queen mattresses as low as $299 with closeout mattresses up to $1,000 off. Special financing is available. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Baderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. A nonprofit in Freedom dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating injured birds is now spreading its own wings. Avian Haven has a newly built clinic and an on-site cottage for their future operations director. Our Jody Hersey got a tour.
We still have birds coming in every single day from all over the state. We've received birds from Greenville, we've received birds from Millinocket, we've received birds from Presque Isle and Machias, all in the last week.
Avian Haven provides temporary shelter and rehabilitation services for birds and even turtles until those animals are ready to be released back into the wild. In order to continue to do that great work, more space at the nonprofit was needed. So volunteers have been hard at work for months, helping construct a new clinic and on-site cottage for the new operations manager.
Hallett says both of these expansions were made possible through generous donations from bird lovers.
People who care about birds, who care about turtles, they send in donations, small and large. There were some incredibly generous funders who knew that we had a need for a new clinic and just stepped right in and said, let's make that happen, which is amazing.
Carpenter Joe Caputo has been one of the many people lending a hand.
Gives them kitchen space, bathroom space, break room space, an office for the executive director, and then the big part is the more clinic space downstairs.
Avian Haven Clinic Manager Tari Rowe says the new additions could not have come soon enough.
We're growing and doing amazing big things. So I'm so excited for this expansion. We've put a lot of hard work and thought into it.
Both of the new facilities should be operational within the coming weeks. In Freedom, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Are high for one businessman trying to bring new life to the old Quimby sawmill in Bingham. Charlie Martin is in the process of putting together some equity investors to reopen the mill as Maine Plywood USA. He's invested most of his life savings to purchase the land and buy machinery to get the plant started.
So it's a great deal for the loggers. They're going to make more money. It's a great deal for the landowners. They're going to make more money. But the bottom line about the whole thing is, honest to God, my belief on this is that we're going to create 110 American manufacturing jobs in Maine.
Well, the mill site has been closed for over a decade and had fallen into disrepair. He's hired 5 staff already to start the process and get the equipment up and running. Martin hopes to get some help from the government and others, and he says he can be up and running in 5 months with the right investment. Martin has been in the lumber and forestry business in the U.S. and Canada and says this will be the only plywood-making mill in the Northeast.
Well, it's getting easier to get around Bucksport. Our Matthew Juronsik explains.
The town of Bucksport has officially kicked off its Monday bus service this week.
It is awesome. Additional public transportation is something that the town of Bucksport has been working toward for the past several years.
Up until now, Down East Transportation has been providing services to senior housing and shops around town only on Wednesdays. This is a big win for the town that these services will now be offered on both Mondays and Wednesdays.
There wasn't enough time to do everything in just one day. And so the addition of an additional day a week gives people the opportunity to go grocery shopping and have lunch on one day, or do other shopping or fill prescriptions or have medical appointments on another day.
Lessard says the additional day will come at no cost to the town.
There are ARPA funds, state and federal monies available for transportation that they're utilizing to add this additional day.
The extra day not only helps the town, but the businesses in the other area.
Before they would be stuck at home or would depend on a friend or a family member to give them a ride. Now they have this very convenient bus that only for $1 they can get all around town. They can come to the senior center. They can visit friends. So it's very important to have an extra day.
In only its first day, Dorothy Blair was happy for the ride, but wishes the bus had an earlier schedule.
I wish it was earlier so we could get here by 9 o'clock. But by the time it gets here, what we do here Mondays is nearly over.
The town hopes that this is only the beginning, with further services added in the future.
Understanding that our goal is 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, but we're 2/3 of the way there.
Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Alrighty, well, still to come on ABC7 News at 6, a Fairfield resident is turning one of Maine's favorite desserts into memorable Christmas items. We'll explain.
And in sports, Old Town baseball standout Gabe Gifford has officially signed to continue his career with the Black Bears. We'll have that story and more after this.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code with $0 monthly premiums.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits that aren't covered under Medicare Parts A and B. We don't have a Medicare Part C plan which covers everything in Part A and Part B plus extra benefits in Medicare Part C.
What kind of extra benefits?
There are great plans that may be available with extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing.
Did you say dental?
Yes, dental. Medicare Part C plans could include dental benefits that help cover routine dental exams and teeth cleanings, plus dental x-rays, fillings, gum disease treatment, and dentures.
We need that. I'm calling.
If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now, because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B, like routine dental coverage. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called last year. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2022 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-413-8094. 800-413-8094.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Securitas Security Services. Securitas Security Services is hiring in coastal and central Maine. If interested, please call 207-990-1777.
Welcome back again, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Happy Monday. Let's start with some baseball. After verbally committing this spring, one Old Town senior has officially put pen to paper to go from a Coyote to a Black Bear. Gabe Gifford, the Coyotes' star pitcher, signed his national letter of intent on Monday to continue his career right down Stillwater Ave at the University of Maine. Gifford plays outfield and pitches for Old Town, but he'll mainly be pitching for Coach Nick Durba. Gabe won a state title with the Coyotes as a sophomore in 2021. He verbally committed to Maine as a junior, and he says Maine was the first team to show real interest, and it was Gabe's dream to suit up for the Black Bears, so that made the decision pretty easy.
I was talking to a few schools, but none of them had real interest, and Maine was definitely the first, and it was an early process for me. But they were the first, and I've always wanted to play for them, so there was really no other way to go.
Now, Gabe still has some unfinished business with the Coyotes, too, saying his goal for his senior season is another Gold Glove and Mr. Maine baseball. But now that his college decision officially is official, Gifford says it feels surreal to sign for the team he's watched play since he was a kid, right down the street, too. He's also mentioned watching former Black Bear Jeremy Pena excel at the pro level has been pretty awesome, too.
Really just feels amazing. Surreal, really. I even played a travel league for them back when I was a kid, and growing up and seeing all their players, and now Pena, he's in the league. It's really cool to see.
All right, congratulations, Gabe. Wishing him luck with the Black Bears and in his last season. Let's stay with some high school sports now. After a busy weekend of football last Friday and Saturday, only 1 week remains in the season. 4 games left, 4 gold balls to be won. All of that on Saturday. Let's check out the state championship schedule. For Class A, Thornton Academy and Oxford Hills will battle in a rematch of last year's championship. That's at 11 a.m. at Fitzpatrick Stadium in Portland. Skowhegan and Portland also going at it. They are the 2:30 game at Fitzpatrick as well. And then the Class C and D championships will be held up here at Cameron Stadium in Bangor, starting the day with Class C, Lisbon St. Dom's and Foxcroft Academy at 11 a.m., and then Levitt and Madomic Valley right after at 2:30. All right, and in Maine hoops, they're in action again tonight. The men started at 6. They're looking for 2 straight wins. They are down in Chestnut Hill playing Boston College at the Conti Forum, coming off of a big win against UMaine Fort Kent's a D3 opponent, but a win nonetheless. And the women look to improve to 2-0. They're also on the road down in Massachusetts, but they are in Amherst playing UMass, and they're without forward Anna Kalin, who missed all of last year with an injury. She hurt her left knee in the first quarter of last week's game, and she'll miss the entirety of this season as well. So a big loss there for Maine, wishing her a speedy, but more importantly, a healthy recovery. We'll have highlights of both of those games tonight at 10 and 11, but for now, that's all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Chevrolet. Come see what the Varney value is all about. And all right, so typically this time of year, cold nights, cool days, not so much right now with high temperatures up near 60. We're going to work on that. Even mid-60s are back in the forecast for tomorrow and also for Wednesday and probably Thursday before some changes arrive for us later on this week. But look at the highs today. 60 here in Bangor, 61 Millinocket, 58 for Greenville. This is above normal, as you know, and even warmer temperatures are on the way. In fact, tonight we'll have low temperatures, or not so low temperatures in the 50s with those rain showers out there. And tomorrow rebound nicely back up into the 60s tomorrow for high temperatures once again, and most likely staying there for Wednesday and Thursday and maybe Friday. Friday could be a stretch for us. Okay, the wind today out of the north pretty much all day long. That's going to shift out of the west tonight and then shift out of the south tomorrow morning. You know what that means. That means warmer temperatures for us with temps back in the 60s tomorrow. It also could mean some dense fog. So the area will go calm for a couple hours tonight. That could give us some dense fog late. And, you know, if you're driving 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, be wary of that. All right, some scattered rain showers out there now. These will actually expand in coverage for a few hours tonight before kind of pulling themselves back again tomorrow. And then another round of rain gets in here later tomorrow night into Wednesday. That one's going to be much heavier than the rain coming through right now. But here's a bigger picture. So some light rain showers out there tonight. You'll notice them under windshield this evening. And then tomorrow we should get a break for several hours, followed by more rain late tomorrow night into early parts of Wednesday. Let's walk you through it. Here's tonight, a couple of showers out there. Here's tomorrow morning, 7:30, looking at cloudy skies, a couple of sprinkles around. Tomorrow evening, okay, a couple of sprinkles still. But then later tomorrow night, we get more rain showers in here. These could actually intensify into Wednesday morning. And then by Wednesday afternoon, looking at some pretty heavy rainfall coming in. This could give us a quarter to a half, even an inch of rainfall getting in here on Wednesday. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, is scattered rain showers out there. Some dense fog is likely. Look for not so low temperatures down near 54 with a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, okay, so lots of clouds around tomorrow. I went with highs in the 60s tomorrow, but if we get a couple rain showers or drizzle in there, likely low 60s, some sunshine through the afternoon. Looking at mid 60s tomorrow with that south wind out of the south around 5 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow that rain chance off and on, some drizzle tomorrow. And then late tomorrow night, more so on Wednesday morning, looking at heavier rain showers getting in here. But then turning partly cloudy on Thursday. And look at Thursday's high temperature. We're going to go for 70 on Thursday. That's not normal. Before a cold front comes through and cools us off back to reality in the 50s on Friday and Saturday.
All right. Well, again,
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear him say it.
yeah, we can all pretend. But
oh my
still,
goodness.
Looking pretty warm overall for the week. So.
I would say so, yeah. All right. Well, there's still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
You've probably seen those ads on TV with the out-of-state 800 number that look like information from Medicare. Some even suggest that your zip code will get you more benefits or even money back. You guessed it, those ads are misleading. So don't call that out-of-state 800 number when your help is right here at home. Do what I did and call the Senior Planning Center. They have trusted professionals all over Maine.
Call the Senior Planning Center at 223-6565. That's 223-6565.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Clunky beige plastic or Presto. You choose. Better hearing made virtually invisible. That's the Irigo difference.
Tonight,
I know this is the first time you're talking about January 6th.
Mike Pence, David Muir.
They were chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." What does that say about the president?
Tonight.
Do you believe that Donald Trump should ever be president again?
On ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
Well, some lucky Mainers were able to get their Christmas shopping done a bit early. The Bangor Mall hosted its final craft fair of the year. The mall was filled with booths and tables featuring more than 300 vendors, each with their own unique selection of crafts.
One of the big things my wife and I have noticed is it's family. Everyone from the little kids to grandparents, they've been fantastic. It's great to see families together for the holidays, and the people here have been fantastic.
Well, if you didn't get a chance to visit the fair, many of the vendors can be found through the Bangor Mall Craft and Vendor Fair Facebook page.
Lots of good finds there. And finally tonight, if you think whoopie pies are only for eating, think again. Michelle Emery of Fairfield has a gift for turning one of Maine's favorite desserts into memorable Christmas ornaments. Emery makes small and large whoopie pie ornaments out of lightweight clay and paint. She also makes whoopie pie earrings.
Everybody thinks they're adorable. They have to ship them out of state, so I like to ask which states they're going to. So now I have to start keeping track. Today it was Oklahoma and New Mexico.
Emery sells her products under the name Forever Whoopies at area craft fairs as well as online on Etsy. So other places to go find those too. And I just love how cute, but also how realistic they are.
Absolutely, yeah. They look pretty appetizing.
Yeah.
Best not to try and sample them,
Probably
obviously.
not. Yep.
But yeah, they look fantastic, and what a great addition for any Maine Christmas tree for sure.
Absolutely. You know what? I think maybe we should start a trend of leaving whoopie pies out for Santa instead of milk and cookies. I think he might appreciate that, especially when he's here in Maine.
Yeah, I'm going to eat that. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us, folks, from everybody here at ABC 7. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.